Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 2, and we're going to be doing the trailer breakdown for the episode. Now, this is a little bit odd because we're doing it so early. The Episode 1, the premiere, hasn't even aired on AMC, like the channel, the cable channel, so not everyone has seen it yet, so I have to give a spoiler warning for Episode 1. But for some reason, they released the Episode 2 trailer immediately after Episode 1, which is something they usually don't do. When they release episodes early on AMC Plus, the trailer isn't there most of the time. The trailer comes out when it airs for everybody. But I guess they're releasing the trailers early too. So I'm a bit conflicted on how I want to approach this for the channel. On one hand, I want to do the trailer breakdowns early because they're released early, and people are going to watch episode on AMC Plus. But if I wait, I wish we could just watch it all together, but we can't do that. They want to do it a week early, so it is what it is. I really wish everyone just watches it on Sunday night, and that's that. But on the other hand, if I wait until it airs on cable, when it airs on cable, episode 2 would already have been out on AMC Plus. So you see what I mean? It's so complicated. So if I released my trailer breakdown then people would just be in the comments saying, oh, I watched the episode and that didn't happen, this happened, oh, you got that right, you got that wrong, because we do predictions and stuff like that in these videos. So yeah, it's a bit messy with the scheduling. Everyone's watching it at different times and stuff like that. So I might test it out, I might try both ways. I might release videos early like I did this week, and see how those videos do. If they don't do too well, maybe I'll wait to see for more people to watch it. So we're just sort of testing things out right now. It's the new season, it's a new scheduling thing. But we'll get into the swing of things, right? We'll eventually have a good solid schedule, but just bear with me for a little bit. And yes, I'm done rambling. Let's get into the trailer breakdown. Obviously, like I said, spoiler warning for episode 1 of season 11, the premiere. If you haven't seen it, spoiler warning. Let's get into it. Alright, so we saw at the end of episode 1, I did give a spoiler warning. We saw at the end of episode 1 that Negan did not help Maggie, and Maggie fell off the ledge over there and what seemed to be a pit of walkers. And we get to see a bit of that in the trailer, all the walkers. So here's what I'll say. I'm sure Maggie's fine, right? You're not going to kill Maggie off in the premiere of the final season. That's not happening. So I'm sure Maggie is going to be okay. But the important thing here, I think this sets up future tensions between Maggie and Negan. We have Negan and Alden and the group, Gabriel, they're all inside of the actual subway here. And Alden asks about Maggie, and Negan says she was right behind him. So he's not really telling everybody what happened, but they're going to eventually, figure it out, I'm sure. And we'll see that in the trailer as well. And Gabriel then actually says something very surprising. He says that they keep going, we just keep going, which kind of was very surprising because it's Maggie. I was expecting them to turn back and look for her, but I guess they're going to stick with the mission. But this is Daryl. I think this is what the synopsis, remember they released a synopsis a while ago that was talking about somebody getting left behind and Daryl going after them. So it seems like Daryl is the only one who's going to go after Maggie. Which kind of surprised me, like I just said. I guess the group doesn't want to go after Maggie for some reason. Only Daryl does. I think they're going to be arguing about it, I'm sure. Because, I'm sure some of Maggie's group would want to go after Maggie. Maybe, they try to convince them that they have to keep going. Maybe they'll catch up with Maggie some other time. But I think, it seems like only Daryl's going to go after Maggie. We also get some Commonwealth stuff here. So far I've been loving the Commonwealth stuff. It was super interesting in episode 1. The questioning, I talked about this in my review. The questioning was a great scene, really well edited. Mercer was great, very intimidating. And then we also had some good stuff from Princess. We had the Yumiko, finding her sibling on the Wall of the Lost. So lots of interesting stuff, but in this trailer for the Commonwealth, it seems like Ezekiel is missing because you got Princess, Yumiko, and Eugene sitting here at the table, which we saw in episode 1. And Eugene says Ezekiel's gone, someone took him. And then Yumiko says, for the last time, you stick to the story. So it seems like Yumiko is now trying to sort of like work with the Commonwealth, or maybe not work with the Commonwealth, that's not a good way to put it, but just sort of maybe try to get into their community, because now, you know, she saw that photo of her on the wall and wants to reunite with her family. So because of that, I think they're trying to come up with a story to answer all the questions, and then the Commonwealth will be like, okay, you can come to our community. They seem to be giving Eugene a hard time, like in all these trailers and stuff like that, like the Commonwealth, and I think that might have to do with Stephanie. So we'll see if Eugene, you know, sticks to the story, or maybe says something else. I'm still wondering how the Commonwealth will find out about Alexandria and them, because I guess for a long time I used to think Maggie would be related to the Commonwealth, but I guess not anymore. That's a whole other group. So I think maybe somebody mentions Alexandria, like maybe Eugene says something, or maybe they just find him through the radio. We'll see. Maybe Stephanie gets it out of him, because that's the whole point of Eugene coming here, because he wants to meet Stephanie. So yeah, the storyline and story arc for Eugene this season is really interesting. All the characters, honestly. That episode 1 set up a lot of interesting character stuff. And then we have Eugene being transported somewhere, so I think maybe they're transporting them to another base, maybe, because the Commonwealth have a lot of communities, so they may be doing that or something. And then going back to the subway, so underground, you got Daryl, you have, you know, Daryl and Doc, so he's searching for Maggie. So again, he's the only one who goes by, who goes to look for Maggie. This is like, I don't know, I can't, like, this is weird for me to just, like, why is Daryl the only one going after Maggie? Maybe, like, Daryl convinces everyone to stay back. Like, maybe it's like, you guys go, I'll stay. Because I'm sure someone else would, like, be like, hey, I want to go too. Like, we can't leave Daryl by himself, or, you know, something. But yeah, Daryl's by himself. I would be interested to see if Daryl runs into the Reapers, because we haven't seen the Reapers yet. These episodes, episode 1 and 2, Akron part 1 and Akron part 2, you know, they were teasing that it was going to be a pretty big episode, or a pretty big premiere, and I'm sure the Reapers will be involved in there some way. So episode 2 is when we may see them. And that's what I mean, like, it's not a good idea for Daryl to go by himself. I mean, he's Daryl, he probably has plot armor, I'm sure he'll be okay, but still, with the Reapers out there, it's probably not a good idea. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. And then we have this part of the trailer, which I thought was really interesting as well. So we have Duncan holding Negan up against the wall here, and Negan says that I did what needed to be done. So he pretty much confesses that, I'm assuming when he says, like, I did what needed to be done, I'm assuming that's a confession of what he did to Maggie. And I'm sure people are already sort of suspecting it. But yeah, this is obviously not putting Negan on good terms with everybody else. I will say, though, that I think what they're doing with Negan as a character makes sense. Like, I prefer this over Negan trying to get on everyone's good side. Like, I like him being himself, you know? It just makes for good television, because it makes for good character drama. But yeah, obviously, you know, Maggie means a lot to the group here. Like, you know, Maggie's been with them for a while. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of surprising. So I think maybe they eventually just figure it out, because in the beginning of the trailer, we heard him not really confessing, saying that she was right behind him. And then at the end, you know, he's saying that I did what needed to be done. So obviously, they probably got suspicious of him, and then he just sort of told everyone what happened. But again, I'm sure Maggie will be okay, so I'm definitely interested in seeing how this is going to play out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think the reaction is going to be? Like, is Maggie going to, you know, potentially exile Negan? Maybe try to kill him? Maybe they work together. Maybe they find some way in the future to work together. We'll see. I mean, my prediction is that, you know, they will eventually put their differences aside. I don't think they're going to be best friends. I don't think they're even going to be friends, period. I think they're just going to work together and move on, you know, dealing with the Reapers and the Commonwealth. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. But that was the trailer we got for episode 2. Again, this was the one that aired on AMC Plus right after episode. So I don't know if they're going to do another one this upcoming Sunday. So that's what I mean. Like, the scheduling is all sort of weird and the releases and stuff like that. So, you know, all I can do is make the videos and then just give a spoiler warning for whatever I'm going to talk about. When this episode, you know, or this video, I give a spoiler warning for episode 1. So, for those who have seen episode 1 and for those who want to talk about the episode 2 trailer, definitely let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. I'm definitely interested in hearing your thoughts, opinions, theories in the comments down below. All I can say is just make sure there's no spoilers in the comments for episode 2. Obviously, we can talk about episode 1 because I give a spoiler warning in the beginning of the video, but no spoilers for episode 2. Because I'm sure there's going to be some people who watch the episode later, like when it airs on cable, and then come back to this video. So yeah, other than that, you know, definitely feel free to let me know your theories and stuff like that, because I don't think there's any spoilers out right now anyways, but as far as I know. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like rating, and for more Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to subscribe. We have a lot of Walking Dead content coming up, as we are in Walking Dead season, so be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.